Ciao amici, bonjour à tous, welcome back on my channel. I hope you're doing great. I'm such in a good mood today, so that's why I decided to film this video that was requested from some of you guys. So I got two of you, Dilpreet, this one is for you, and my lovely Sarah as well, who requested this video. If you hear background, it's my dog that is right here supporting me always. So basically today I'm gonna show you the difference between using a blush and a beauty blender. I have to say both are really good, but it's gonna be a different finish, different how to use it. So I'm going to be your guinea pig, especially that the holidays are coming. That's why I got inspired by putting this top. There's gonna be maybe not as many holiday party, but probably you're gonna still celebrate Christmas with your family, and that's why I wanted to give some tips so you're ready for the holiday. So enough talking, now let's jump into the content of the video. Mwah. If we start with the beauty blender, so the one that I have is the one from Beauty Blender, the brand, and I also have one that I like, which is the Real Techniques one. The reason why I'm not using it today is because it's dirty. I haven't had time to wash it, so that's why I'm going with the Beauty Blender. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of information, so at least it's not just comparing two different products, it's also that you can get as much information. The original color is the pink one, and they came up with all sort of color. I have kind of a nude color here. This is the actual size. I didn't put in water, so if you compare with my hand here, you see it's pretty small, and you're gonna see when I'm gonna add it into water, it's gonna expand a bit, and this is when you're gonna use it on your face with your foundation. There's not really much difference in terms of color. For sure, if you want to go with like the nude, it might not look as dirty, because the pink, when you have it, or even this one, when there's color, there's actually stain on it, so it looks a little bit more dirty. But then when you go with something like a nude, it actually looks less dirty. That's the only thing I can say. There's no preference. Go with the color that you want, but for sure the original is the pink. In terms of coverage, for sure, Beauty Blender, usually the reason why I kind of like Beauty Blenders, but I always go with a brush, because I find that the Beauty Blender, it's still a sponge even though you put it in water, and it might absorb product a little bit more than a regular brush. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. You'll have maybe to put a little bit more product with the Beauty Blender that you will have to put with your brush. I'm going to put the same amount, and then you're gonna see what it's gonna look like. So today I only have a little bit of my eyes done, nothing on my face. I put my skincare, of course. I'm gonna put a little bit of primer, and I'm gonna use the same foundation on each side so that it's comparable, and you will decide which one you like the most. I'm gonna start with the brush, because you don't really need to like put in water and stuff. So instead of going with a foundation that I always go for, I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin foundation that I really like. It's kind of a illuminating foundation, of course, because that's what I always try to go for. Let me move a little bit closer so that you can see. So you see right now I have nothing on my face. Let's start with maybe half a pump. So this is a little bit more than half a pump, and I am going to put it on. So the brush that I'm using, it's the Sephora Pro number 99, which is this one here. It's kind of fluffy. It's the one that I use the most. And then I am going to put the first layer on my skin so that you can compare. Look at this. Wow. I haven't used this foundation in a while, and I don't know why, because I think this is gonna be my new go-to. This is the first layer, and there's still some foundation left. As you can see, it's natural. This is the finish of the foundation that I always try to go for. So if you compare both sides, so this one has a little bit of redness, this one is kind of, you look luminous and you look like you have the same color. It's not like really red here. It's like kind of new skin. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the first layer on the other side, which will be with the Beauty Blender, and then I will add on this side and on the other side so that the amount is comparable. Let me take the Beauty Blender. So this is it, the regular size. I'm gonna soak in water and then you're gonna see it's gonna expand. So usually what I do, I just pretty much put it in water. It's not soaked enough. Okay, here we go, and I kind of remove the excess of water. So you see it's a little bit bigger, nothing too crazy. And also I like when it's not too much damp, but just a little bit. So same thing, I'm gonna go with one pump with my foundation. And usually how I use it, you can use it the way that you want, but I take the back side of the Beauty Blender and then I kind of go like this, and when I'm close to my eyes I turn it around. But go with it. That's why I really like this one here, because it's a different shape. So I kind of do like this here, especially where the cheekbone are, and then I turn it on the side. So go with the one that you're inspired. So what I usually do is I boop boop boop, and then I usually start with the middle of my face because that's the biggest area, and I want to put as much product there, because if I start here or here I'll have way too much product. Here you go. So I put the same amount on both sides. And you see how I have nothing left on my hand and I'm not done yet. So you see that the Beauty Blender picks a little bit more product, but if it's the effect that you like the most, doesn't really matter, right? As long as you look good. So I'm gonna put a little bit more, just a tiny bit, nothing too crazy, so I can finish my forehead and here. So I only use the back side, as you can see. So I kind of put the same amount for sure on this side. The Beauty Blender has a little bit more product, but now if we want to see, so this is the side with the brush, really luminous, really natural. And then if we compare on the other side here, I find that this one is a little bit more airbrushed, if it makes sense. I don't know if you can see the difference here, and then from far like this. I find that the brush side is a little bit more coverage compared to the other side. So now let's put, so maybe half a pump and do a little bit more coverage, so that everyone is happy, because I usually put a light amount on my face, but I know it's not everyone that does that, so I'm kind of putting a little bit more coverage so that people that wear more foundation will be happy and will really know the effect of it. Right here. So you already see that this one has more coverage. That's the whole point, because there's more product on this side. Okay, here you go. So you see a little bit less the redness, and it's covered, but it's still really natural. This foundation, by the way, is amazing. I kind of forgot how much I liked it, but it's so tiny. It's like 28 ml, so I don't want to use it every day, and then when I really want it, I don't have any of it. But for this video, I'm definitely using a lot. But it's okay, it's for you guys. So now same thing, I put half a pump, and then I am going to dab, dab, dab. I kind of put a little bit more than a pump, but I put the same amount on each side so that you really see the difference. So if I move closer, because it's always the closest that you want to see, this is the side with the brush. And then this is the side with the Beauty Blender. I find that since the side with the Beauty Blender has a little bit of more water, so it's more hydrating, I find that it gives kind of an airbrushed compared to this side here. But again, I'm looking on the tiny display of the camera, so maybe when I'll be on my computer it's gonna be totally different, and then I'll be like, no, I like this side better. This is the end result with the whole makeup. So I put a little bit of lipstick to be in the holiday. Christmas is 1 month away. It's crazy. I kind of got inspired from some holiday makeup. And also I was thinking of something. Someone suggested that I can also show recipes on like drinks, how my favorite drinks and how you do drinks for the holiday, because for sure you won't be able to see a lot of people, but you can still have fun with like the 9 other people that you will be able to celebrate. So I can definitely show you some drinks that you can do with the family to have fun. So something a little bit more sweet, less sweet, more spicy. So let me know if it's a good idea, especially the holidays are coming. So back to makeup. This is the finished look, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to give me some ideas so that I can answer to your requests. I am always glad to answer them. So take care of yourself, take care of your family. I love you forever and always, and see you soon. Bye guys. Mwah. Hello baby, can you see my baby? Can you see it?